This is one of the most famous quotes in Japan. I've seen this in every kind of places, like police stations, clinics, offices and schools, everywhere. This is that widespread. Anyway, let me translate it. Your mindset shapes your actions. Your actions shape your habits. Your habits shape your character. Your character shapes your destiny. Your destiny shapes your life. The message behind this quote is that if you want to change your life or destiny, the big picture stuff, don't walk around the edges. Look inward and change your mindset, because a shift in the mindset creates a big chain reaction that brings about the change you want. Everything begins with the mindset, your self-image, and who you are on the inside. Because your internal set reflects in your behavior and actions, which ultimately shape the trajectory of your life, right? For example, if you have a lazy mindset, you won't try to improve yourself. You won't exercise. You won't read books. You won't eat healthy, right? Instead, you will scroll through social media and watch Netflix all day long. And that lazy, unproductive lifestyle shapes how you look at your life. You know, lazy guys often blame external factors like luck or environment for their mediocrity, but in most cases, they are the ones that brought upon themselves. They're thinking backwards. Like, if I was in a better environment, I would be living a better life. If I was born into a rich family, I would go to a better college and have a respectable job, right? They're blaming these external factors. But what they don't know is that their life is a reflection of their mindset, right? It doesn't matter whether they're privileged or not, because a lazy guy in a good environment will still be a bum. Because, like I said, your mindset shapes your actions, and your actions shape your life. Nothing fundamentally changes until you change your mindset. My looks and life dramatically shifted after I changed my mindset. When I was younger, I was a lazy piece of shit with no discipline or work ethic. I was terrible. I was wasting my life just reading manga, watching movies, and partying with my friends. My life was terrible. I had no purpose or dreams, and I was just directionless, you know? But there was a pivotal moment in my life that inspired me to turn my life around. I decided to get my shit together and improve myself. And I started learning English, exercising more, and reading books, you know. And as a result, I became more confident, smarter, and wiser, and more attractive. My life has improved a lot since then, which is all because of the chain reaction caused by the mindset shift. You know, it's just amazing. Also, when I was younger, I was so rough around the edges. I was always grumpy, edgy, confrontational, and hostile, which reflected in my speech, mannerisms, and the whole behavior. And I was so unapproachable and, you know, bitchy back in the day. But since I started working towards a better version of me, I've started becoming more, tame, reserved, and kinder, which showed up on my behavior and made me more charming and friendly and, I guess, approachable, right? And even though my facial structure hasn't changed, I've become unrecognizable over the course of the past decade. It's just amazing how much change you can make by changing your mindset. It's so powerful. You know, people often say, don't judge a book by its cover, right? But the truth is, your appearance is a lot about who you are on the inside, because your mindset shapes how you carry yourself as well, which shapes your look, your image, right? It's so powerful. So if you want to be a classy, elegant lady, you shouldn't start by buying expensive designer clothes. You should start by becoming that person on the inside. You should try to be more graceful, humble, and down to earth. If you keep it up for a long period of time, the outside, your appearance will catch up eventually, you know, because your face, your looks, your behavior, your actions, and your whole life, they are mirrors that reflect what's happening on the inside. Fix the inside and the rest follows. That's how things work.